Welcome into week 4 of Milav Moguls. I'm your host, Drew Lydon.
And I am the, whatever the secondary guy is, the subject. This has not been a good week for me. My name's Tanner Freye. All right, this has not been a very good week.
We're assigning roles this week. Tanner going 3-13. We don't think that he's worthy of the co-host title for the week. So he'll just be demoted to what we're going to go ahead and start calling Juicebox Bitch. So we're going week to week here.
You want to break it down how it works?
Yeah, it's basically we're going to make our picks every week. Things happen during the course of Thursday to Monday night that define the roles for the following week. So whoever comes out with the best record, whoever comes out with the worst record is the designated Juicebox Bitch for the following week. Tanner going 3-13 against the spread last week is more than deserving of that title. So
absolutely, congratulations! I will wear it with pride because it was a terrible week.
First inaugural Juicebox Bitch. So be proud of it. You got something to hang your hat on there. And I'm getting a little thirsty. I think I'm okay right now, but man.
Are you requesting your first juice
box?
Some
juice sounds pretty good right now. No, not yet. I'm okay for now. So this week we got the first round of bye weeks. Both the Jets and 49ers are on byes. So we'll be breaking down the rest of the 15 games remaining on the slate. Another tough week ahead of us, but
terrible week again. I don't know.
Terrible week.
I'm just having bad feelings because I picked 3 games right last week.
Yeah, it's another good opportunity to save your money. Maybe if you got some errands that you need to run, go do those. Spend your money on those. Get the necessities out of the way, or just take this week. Take the opportunity to save up. Put some into that rainy day fund. Whatever you do, don't trust us, though.
Far. There's still a lot of games that I want to bet on this slate.
Right. Well, yeah. There's always a bull market. So any thoughts from week 3? Besides
from going 3-13, on a real note, I do feel like a lot of the games were close. A couple plays here or there. And I easily could have been, closer to 500, if not even positive a game or two. It was just nothing seemed to break my way in any of the games, and it was just unfortunate. Got a little bit too bullish on some teams. This is a tough season. I've talked to a few of the people. It's a tough season to figure out.
It has been a weird NFL season. I mean, I went 7-9, so comparatively speaking, I did better.
But
general big picture speaking, yeah, I'm still in the red. Absolutely. I think something that I learned last week, the Falcons will just break your heart.
Absolutely.
They'll gain your trust and then they'll just rip it out.
I have no idea what to do with the Falcons.
Yeah, neither do I. It's going to be a week to week thing, but actually I shouldn't even say that. I think it might just be fade under any circumstance. Until further notice. Another thing that I think we learned is I think the Browns are just bad. I think they're a bad football team. I haven't seen anything to prove otherwise.
It's tough to continue to find excuses and defenses for them. But with that being said, they have a lot of talent, and this could play out in a variety of ways, and if they win this weekend, they are in first place in the AFC North.
That is crazy.
So, we want to pile on them as much as we can. After this weekend, they could be in first place in the NFC or in the AFC North.
That is crazy. Here's one more takeaway from myself. You may have some more, but the backup quarterbacks, they're kind of good.
The only thing is, when is the magic going to run out?
Listen,
the magic always runs out.
Here we go.
It always does.
Starting with the Thursday night game last week, Jaguars beat the Titans 20-7. Gardner Minshew not only covers, he wins. Then we'll go down to, if you can call Jacoby Brissett a backup quarterback, which he's been the starter since week 1, so take that with a grain of salt. They not only cover, they win the game outright.
Yeah, this Colts team is, they finally priced them appropriately this week, and now
we have a tough
when
decision
I was
to
like,
make.
okay, I believe in the Colts. They're back to being real. It's like, how real are they? Like, they're really putting it to the test this week.
Yep. Luke Falk against the Patriots. Granted, they lost 30-14, but he won some people some money.
Yeah, it
Covered
wasn't
the
really
spread
him.
there.
It was actually the backup for the Patriots. I won some people some money throwing the pick six in the fourth quarter.
I'm gonna credit Luke Falk with that one.
2 defensive touchdowns for the Jets.
We only talk about the backup quarterback narrative when it works for us. So
I think I have a good feel on who the top 5 defenses are.
yeah,
I think I have a very good feel on who the top 5 defenses are.
hold on. Let me. There's more to prove with this whole backup quarterback
backup
thing.
quarterback. Sorry.
Kyle Allen, 38-20, beats the Cardinals. Panthers cover and win. Daniel Jones, again, he took over the starting role outright, so what are you going to do?
Still a backup. I mean,
He did beat Jameis Winston, who in many circles could also be considered a backup quarterback.
Yeah, below backup quarterback.
Yeah, but he covered the spread, won outright. We'll go down to Steelers 49ers. Mason Rudolph covered the spread, 24-20. Teddy Bridgewater covered the spread, won outright. I mean,
maybe it was just a
the
wild
data is
week
there
for these backup quarterbacks, which is why I just feel like I couldn't. The only one I appropriately priced was Mason Rudolph. And I just believe that the Steelers had a good team. And I don't know why I didn't give that same benefit of the doubt to a team like the Saints, who have a good team.
Yeah.
To a team like the Panthers, you could argue, who have like a solid team. Like
might be better without Cam Newton. People are asking.
And, I didn't
Word on the
adequately value a team like that, or the Colts, or just like the team aspect of the game. I overrated quarterback play a little bit. And so that with that being said, this week I am going to go much into unless they're facing one of the guys who I think are dominant or elite, like the team I'm going to value a little bit more. I have a better understanding of, like I was saying, the defenses, which defenses are for real.
Yeah, let me hear your defensive rankings here.
I think that 3 of the top 5 defenses all reside in the NFC North. And the Packers, the Bears, and the Vikings. I think that's 3 of the top 5 defenses. I think that the Patriots have a top 5 defense.
Yeah, I mean
the Patriots are looking good.
That's what they've shown.
Haven't really played anybody, but I think that they're looking very good. And I think that potentially the Cowboys.
That's what I was thinking too.
Are up there as a top tier defense.
Jalen Smith just runs that.
Or no. All right, I'm taking the Cowboys out. I'm putting the Bills in. Bills are the other one.
Well, never mind. Disregard my previous comment.
The Cowboys are they're probably 7 in offense and 7 in defense. And that's a very dangerous team. The Cowboys are legit.
If you have a top 10 team on both sides of the ball, yeah, that's scary.
They're one of the 5 best teams. Not necessarily. I wouldn't put their defensive unit ahead of some of the other teams I listed, but
right.
Team-wise, they're top 5. So, with that being said, let's dive in.
You think you got it figured out?
No. I'm thinking that I'm 1 week away from making some drastic changes to the way I choose these games.
To your whole lifestyle?
I might just blind pick them next week.
All right.
No darts.
Well, that may be the strategy going forwards for. If I go 6-10, that's a little bit panic mode there. But with 7-9 is enough to keep me afloat.
This is an undefeated slate of games I'm about to give. Supreme confident in that.
Okay. Tanner's going to go 0-16. Shoot for the moon.
Honestly,
even if you miss, you land amongst the stars.
Fade me, because if I go 0-16, congratulations, you won a
lot
of money.
Get a parlay going on that.
Do a what is it called? A round robin on all of my games. If you did a round robin fading me last week, you hit a 13-team parlay,
and you'll probably owe us some money.
And you probably won a lot of money. So,
without further ado,
honestly, we should do that. I'm gonna fade you, and you're gonna fade me. One of us is bound to win a lot of money.
All right. Hey, I like my odds. If history is any indicator. So let's get into it. We'll start off week 4 with the Eagles, Packers. Packers are at home and they're favored by 4.5 points.
Yeah.
That
I got
me,
Packers.
I got Packers as well. To me, they're I don't like it by any means, but they're a 3-0 team playing in Lambeau against an Eagles team that very well could be 0-3 if they don't pull off kind of a bullshit win in Washington week 1. Or was that in Philly?
In Washington, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, regardless.
A shootout and a comeback of the ages, and then they let a backdoor cover up. The Eagles, I don't think, have a very good secondary. I think that Devontae Adams, up until this point, has faced very tough defenses. 2 of the top 5, in my opinion, in the Vikings and the Bears. He's going to eat this week. Rodgers is going to eat this week against Philly.
This Philly secondary.
Week. It's going to be tough for Philly to come into Lambeau on a primetime game Thursday night.
Short week.
Packers want to come in, romp them, get out, and then they get a mini bye week before next week.
Here's a little...
and they could be 4-0 after this week.
I hope that doesn't happen for my emotional state's sake. But here's some data for us here. You ready? Ding, ding, ding. Data dive. Green Bay, 3-0 against the spread this year. Philadelphia, 0-3.
I got another stat. Packers, 2-0 against the spread as the home favorite this year.
Okay. Let me
Short
look
week,
up...
I think this is an easy game. I think that the Packers are going to win this game. The one thing I will say is that there's always, right about this time of year, there's this factor in some of these games, desperation. Eagles are desperate for this game. They need this game.
They do. But also, listen to this. Eagles, this year, 2019, against their opponent with equal rest, 0-3.
It's a very specific stat.
It was one of the options on the drop-down menu.
Can you look up away underdog?
Away underdog.
Okay, let me know where Philly's at in that.
Do you know the answer? Wait.
No, I don't.
As the away underdog, they're
not listed?
No, they're 0-3.
0-3?
So have they been the away underdog every...
That's perfect.
Oh, wait,
that
no, it's
exactly...
It's loading.
There's no way your computer's still loading. It's 2019. The internet is so fast.
Well, there's no way that their 0-3 is the away underdog. That means that they've been away every game this year and also the underdog. Week 1, they were not the underdog against Washington. All right. So that didn't work out very well.
The show has gone off the rails already. First game. I think the information was telling me what I wanted it to say.
It was... Our hearts were in a good place.
That's perfect. Like, Falcons going on the road to win a game against the spread. I don't think they can do it. Packers -4.5. Packers dominate this game.
Yes.
Another little bonus tip. If you're interested, get in on the first half.
Here we go, it loaded.
Get in on the first half Packers money line or Packers spread line. Because the Packers come out firing. Their first, their scripted plays, quote unquote, are electric. After that, they don't really do anything. I mean, they got lucky getting Denver to turn over, but when they got the ball and were forced to move the ball against the Denver Broncos defense, they couldn't do it, except for the first 25 plays, where they know exactly what they want to do, play after play after play, against the defense, because they're good at scheming the game.
So here's the data point you were looking for. Philadelphia is the away underdog. They haven't been the away underdog yet this year.
Yeah, all right.
So
that's what I figured. They weren't going to show up.
All right, Packers -4.5. So next we go Sunday morning. It's Peyton on a Sunday morning. I need more of that. We got Titans-Falcons. Falcons are at home, favored by 4, which is kind of fucking ridiculous to me, the fact that the Falcons after...
But you're betting on Mariota on the other side.
Ah, true. Damn it.
Like, this is not a good game. This is a game that I have zero interest in, except for a couple fantasy guys.
So what are you doing?
Honestly, I wish that I, would block this game out. If I had to block this game out and just pick a team
If you got red zone, you should ask for like a $1.50 refund for this game.
Yeah, you just
Just
don't
ask
watch
them
it,
not to
don't
show
bet it. This is terrible.
I'm taking Titans +4. I can't. I need to get off the Falcons train.
Right now, I have Titans +4. But man, there is something about the Falcons.
The Falcons are at home. They're two different teams, home and away.
That is true.
You got the bench warmers away, and you got
the Falcons
got
are
the 85 Bears
at
home
and 0-2 on the road. 1-0 at home and 0-2 on the road. I got to go Titans +4.
Titans +4.
I just have to get off the Falcons bandwagon before I lose all of my money because they continue to lose it for me.
So now we are Mariota fans, which is...
And I hate putting my money on Mariota. That's rule number 2.
All right.
Rule number 1 is get off the Falcons this week. I am not allowing myself to bet on the Falcons.
Yeah.
This is a stay-away game if there ever was one.
I don't even want to look at it. Moving on, because I've never been more happy to move on from a game. Bills, Patriots. Patriots are in Buffalo. They are also the away favorite. They're favored by 7.5. In Buffalo.
In Buffalo. This is going to be a raucous crowd. All right. There is going to be many tables broken before this game.
Bills Mafia is showing out.
This is an undefeated Bills home team against an undefeated Patriots. This is the Bills Super Bowl.
I cannot wait for
the
Bills tailgating videos to just start creeping out on Twitter pregame.
On this until Brady retires. All right, they are going to be like, we defended our home field. This is going to be a crazy game. With that being said, I am going to take the Bills +7.5 at home.
As am I.
Keep it close.
Bills
Patriots
7.5.
A little bit banged up. A little bit banged up. I just don't think they could outscore the Bills by 8 or more. This is a tough game for me because the Patriots, similar to the Falcons in their game, there is a factor of at any point this team can put up 3 scores in a quarter and you're like the spread is killed. Like the spread is crushed.
On the opposite side of that, at any point during the season, the Bills could lose the rest of their schedule. You know? That's something that I could see the Bills.
I mean, they do have a very good defense, so this is a top 5 defensive unit. I bet the under in this game, if you can. I think these are 2 of the better defensive games.
I think McDermott's got the boys buzzing in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Monday job attendance in Buffalo is just going to be like probably 50%.
I bet on them last week. They didn't cover against the Bengals, but they were 14-0 at halftime. You know,
I forgot that they fucked us last week.
It just didn't. They didn't pull it out, but I still like this Bills team. I think they're a wild card team, and I think they can win this game outright potentially.
Bills 7.5. That's just enough for me to kind of get in there, dip the little cookie in there. All right, we're going to Detroit. We got Chiefs -7, another road favorite. Playing the Lions in Detroit. What do we like here?
Chiefs all day. Chiefs -7.
I'm going Lions.
Yeah?
I'm going Lions. Yep.
First one we differ on today.
I'm betting against the Chiefs here, which is never a good thing.
Love it.
But the Lions are still undefeated.
I guess my strategy this year is to bet with the Chiefs against the spread every week because when I look back at the end of the year, more likely than not, I'm going to be right. And I'm not trying to pick which weeks that they're not.
That's a good call. It's like taking.
So I am going back to the Chiefs. Well, again, I don't think the Lions are legit. I think they beat an Eagles team that is very overrated this year. They do not have a good defense. I think they beat a Chargers team that is reeling from their injuries. They have a ton of defensive secondary injuries. I just think that it was a low-scoring game, and they happened to eke one out against the Chargers. And then they gave up a game to Arizona. All right, I am going to self-loathe here a little bit. Cardinals are not good this year. They're a 3-4 win team. For the Lions to give that up and get a tie out of it when they should have easily won that game, I'm not a believer in the Lions at all.
See, here's my thing: is you got a Chiefs team who everyone expected to be 3-0 at this point. Am I wrong?
No,
same thing. Right. Same thing with Patriots. At this point, everyone expected them to be 3-0. The Bills and Lions did not think that they were going to be undefeated coming into Week 4. So now they got a little bit of confidence. They got some swagger. They're back at home. I think that
super letdown game.
They'll. This is a trap game if I've ever fucking seen it. This is a trap game if I've ever fucking seen it.
This is Mahomes' first indoor game of his career.
Oh.
We've never seen this quarterback throw the football indoors.
Could be a problem. That makes me like the Lions even more.
5, 6, 7. This is a little wrong, right? Not 5. Not
oh my
6.
God!
I think 7 touchdowns is the potential. This team has speed for days. All right, Hardman and Robinson are going to be out there, torching the Lions.
He's going
They're
to
not
Ford
going to be able
Field.
to drive.
He's going in the dome. Welcome to the Thunderdome, Patrick Mahomes.
Chiefs Kingdom
Enjoy
all
your
day,
stay
every day. This is the team I am riding behind. Going to bet big money on them again this week. I don't care. All right, that's what it boils down to. I love the Chiefs.
Matt Patricia has this perfectly game planned already.
Matt Patricia is garbage.
He's licking his chops.
Matt Patricia is garbage. So
right.
far, I'm up 1 on you.
I'm glad that we have a different
back
one
so far.
All right, so next we're going to Indy. We got Oakland Raiders in Indianapolis. Indy's favored by 7. Give me your thoughts.
This is a tough game. They properly valued Indy here. That paired with the Raiders are potentially god-awful.
Similar to the Browns.
And
I think the Raiders
I thought the
bad.
Raiders were going to be a little bit better than this. I said so on this podcast. I think that, the Raiders have some NFL talent, but it's just tough. They don't use their players. Like, they don't, they could really benefit from an Antonio Brown type of player right now.
Yeah.
Right? Because they have nobody to go to when they just need to get a first down.
The Raiders, these players are hard to come by, so it makes sense. But the Raiders,
they're throwing to a guy named Darren Waller.
Dude, Waller's balling out. He's balling out.
Not that long ago.
He does have God-given abilities.
He does, but they're throwing to a guy who we've never heard of. They're still thinking Hard Knocks is recording them, and this Darren Waller guy is amazing.
13 for 134.
But with that being said, I'm going Raiders +7.
Wow. Oh my God. Plot twist. Give me Colts -7 for all the reasons you just said. You did the talking for me.
I did do the argument for you. I'm a little bit worried about the Colts' health. 7 is a lot to give. I just think that it, could be closer.
Here's my
All
thing.
of their games have been close, though. That's the thing. Like, they were winning against the spread because the spread was close and they were pulling it off. Like,
this
they were pulling off
This is their come-out game. This is their breakout game right here.
What if Hilton doesn't play? Does
the
it
Raiders.
change your mind? See, get it at 7 because if Hilton doesn't play, this line shifts down. It goes to 4.5. It goes to 3.5. That's a big deal for me.
I don't think it matters.
Hilton is a top 5 fantasy wide receiver right now for a reason.
Here's my thing.
Brissett's safety target.
The Raiders would be easier to take. I think they're just they're missing a few pieces, and these are hard to come by in today's NFL, but say they had a guy like Antonio Brown or a guy like Khalil Mack, then maybe I would change my mind. But you know what? Like I said, those players are hard to come by.
Look,
so
I'm not liking it, but I think it's the right side. I was thinking that you're going to go Colts. At this point, when you get 3 games right, I got to try to make up a game here and there. This is a game that I'm like could go either way.
Okay,
it's going to be very close to this target.
All right, I respect it. That's fair enough. So we'll move on here. We're going Dolphins Chargers in Miami. Chargers are favored by 16 on the road. I'm going Chargers.
I'm going Chargers as well. I'm not betting on this Miami team until they prove it to me.
Yep.
That's what it boils down to.
And these spreads are crazy.
And they keep covering them, though. Like
they keep just losing. They lost to the Patriots. That was a historically big spread. They lost to the Cowboys. Same exact story there. I think this is a can't lose.
Yeah, I don't. There's no way in hell they lose the game. Do they cover by 16? Do they get to 17-point cover? I do think so. I think that they're better. I think that they have not played well. This is their get-right game.
You got the news of Gordon coming back. He won't play this week, but I think Eckler's going to be like, I got something to prove now.
Yeah, well, he's already proved it. He's a very good running back.
He has.
All right. He is not the issue. He is very top, near the top in all of the statistical rushing and receiving categories for running backs in the NFL. The problem is their injuries are just catching up to them. I think this is a get-right game for them. They come out and they dominate the Dolphins.
My mouth's getting a little dry.
Is it that time?
You know, it sounds so good right now.
Yeah. At least you let me finish my thought.
Oh, man, I could really go for a high C. Oh! Oh, man, well, if it isn't Juice Box, bitch. Good thing we just got the fridge fully stocked. Also, pretty exciting news. We have started recording from our new studio. I think there's been a few pictures put up on social media of it. Follow us, Mail F Sports, on Twitter and Instagram. The new studio is dope. It's our shed.
It's our shed.
It
is our shed, but
and the weather's getting nice, so we don't mind coming out here.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a good setup we got.
Very low budge.
Are we moving on to the next game?
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, I just had to get
I'll take over for a little bit.
I just had to get some liquids in me.
They get some fluid in you. I don't want you to get dehydrated talking about sports. Redskins on the road at the Giants and Danny Dimes.
Man, this I
Barkley's
see some
out.
good shit.
You know, what are your thoughts on this game?
Giants -3 at
How do you like
home.
Danny Dimes? I hate the nickname. I'll say it. I've been saving it for now. I hate the nickname.
Yeah, I saw it trending on Twitter yesterday, and I didn't know what it was. And then I clicked the thing, and it was Daniel Jones, and I was like, oh my god. I can't believe that he has already got a nickname. Regardless, I'm not crazy about the nickname.
I hate the nickname.
Yeah, I don't know. Why do you hate it?
Come up with something better. Danny Dimes. What? What?
He's dropping dimes.
I mean, he made plays in that game with his legs more than necessarily with his arm. He did a very good job. He
Danny
proved
Quarters.
a lot of people wrong, but I just don't like the nickname. Give him something better. He deserves better.
Danny Nichols.
This is almost,
Danny Dollar.
Danny Dollar, yeah. So there you go. Dollar Danny.
Because he's money.
Something better than Danny Dimes, in my opinion. But
besides the point.
Are you going the Giants at home? They're home favorite by 3?
I am going Giants -3 at home, not because I believe in the Giants, but because I believe in the Redskins' inability.
I think that you're a little bit clouded in judgment because of the recent victory that the Bears had over this Redskins team.
Could be. I won't deny it.
I am going to take the Redskins +3. I just think that neither team really has a defense.
All right, here we go.
I think that Keenum has been pretty good. I think McLaurin has been.
He
good.
is good.
He's going to eat against this Giants
McLaurin
team.
is a good wide receiver. Not even good for a rookie. He's a good wide receiver.
They started to make a comeback against the Bears. All right, the
I
Bears
know.
went into shutdown mode, and they could have got 22 points if if the Bears defense wasn't freaking amazing.
So classic.
Continuing to get
and if
turnovers.
Keenum wasn't a fucking idiot on 4th and 1.
But guess what? The Giants aren't. The Bears. All right, the Giants have nobody on defense.
True. Good point.
DeAndre Baker sucks. All right, their entire team on defense sucks.
That's a good point. And
I just
Keenum
think
has the ability to light it
It's
up.
close.
I respect it.
I think the Redskins are better than the Giants. That's what it boils down to for me.
Mm-hmm.
And if they're better than the Giants,
They should be able to lose by less than 3 or win.
or win the
in
game
New
outright.
York.
I think that they could win this game outright.
It's fair. But, I mean, the Redskins are the Redskins. So.
I know I'm not getting on the popular side. Giants are the popular side. They got Danny Dimes.
Is it the nickname? I think it's
It
the
is
nickname. I think it's the nickname.
The debut was very good.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but I'm going back to my point here. Well, we'll get to it, but the backup quarterbacks, man. There's a trend here. There's not a drop-down menu option for it on team rankings.
I also think this is potentially a game where we see a little bit of Haskins.
I think it's overdue.
Well, the thing is,
I almost picked him up in
because
fantasy.
You're
Just
not
'cause.
going to put him in the game against that Bears when you can't even block for Case Keenum. You're not subjecting your rookie to that.
Yeah.
You're not going to let him go and just get annihilated and lose all confidence and faith in humanity against, the best defense in the NFL.
If the Redskins
gonna
get down early, then Haskins will be in by halftime, if not sooner.
So I think that this could also be a situation where Keenum says, I want to keep my job.
Mm.
I'm going to ball out on the Giants.
That's fair.
And they get up big, and then Haskins come in.
All right, so we're starting to. There's a little fork in the road here for us. We're on different sides.
Yeah.
For the past.
Second game, we're on different sides.
Yeah.
Third game, because you took the Lions.
Third game, yeah. Moving on, we got. We're going to Houston. Carolina Panthers versus Houston Texans. Texans are favored by 4.5. You got a Panthers team who's going to be without Newton. You got a Texans team who's coming off a good win.
You got a Panthers team who's coming off a good win.
Panthers team's coming off a great win.
Yeah.
I'm going Panthers. Kyle Allen, backup quarterback, just got done throwing for 4 touchdowns.
The fork in the road because I am all over the Texans.
I wanted to be. This was the one game that I was looking back on, and I'm like,
one thing that I want to point out is that the Cardinals pass rush was able to get to the Texans, or the Cardinals pass rush was able to get to Kyle Allen and the Panthers. We just couldn't do anything on offense, and we kept, giving the ball back, and our defense was getting worn down, and then we couldn't make any plays, and McCaffrey was going wild. And the Texans have a good, they have J.J. Watt. They have a good pass rush. They have a great defense.
Yeah, they have a good.
All right, it's a solid team. I like the Texans,
and they have a good offense. Carlos Hyde is playing pretty damn well.
I just think that they're going to be able to, home game. I think they're going to be able to win this. It's all it boils down to.
As long as Luke Kuechly's on the defense for the Panthers, I'm just going to be like, that Panthers defense.
That's the one thing I am worried about is that there is no run game.
He is on another level.
For the Texans, but...
Yeah. Panthers 4.5. Kyle Allen. He might go for 5 this week.
All right, we did skip the Baltimore-Cleveland game.
We did. I skipped one at least once a week. All right, Cleveland Browns, Baltimore Ravens. Ravens are at home, favored by 7. Played a tough game in Kansas City. Browns played the opposite of a tough game. For that reason, I'm going Ravens -7. They're in Baltimore. 7. Lamar Jackson didn't have a great game, but they still got Mark Ingram, who's been real effective. The defense wasn't able to stop Mahomes, but that's a completely different. You got to kind of throw out the data when they're playing the Chiefs. I think that this defense is going to be all over Baker, all over OBJ, all over the run game. If Baker learns how to use some of the weapons on offense, then maybe.
See, I think that the Browns have a very good defense, and they kept the Rams down. But they, 4th and 9 draw, turnover on downs, pick inside the red zone to tie it potentially. Game could have gone either way.
Yeah,
I think it was close. Than the Ravens, all right, in my opinion. And I'm not saying that the Ravens are bad. They're probably the 3rd best team in the AFC, but I think the Browns are probably the 4th. And this is going to be a close game. I'm picking Browns +7.
Oh, God.
I just think they have a good defense. Defense travels. It's going to be a low-scoring game. I think they could potentially, even win this one. They need this game. If they don't win, they're out. 1-3. You're done. Cooked.
Yeah.
Because that means the Ravens are 3-1. You're not catching them. The Bills are already probably going to be 3-1 or 4-0.
Week 4 playoff game.
All right. So it's literally if they don't win this, then everyone starts talking, and it's like, what the hell? Our team is now in shambles, and we're not doing anything. This is the game that they need to have. They need to have it. And that desperation, I think, is going to allow them to win this game. If not, at least cover. I think they're going to have a good chance to cover.
Here's my thing. You look at either side from top to bottom. You start with the coaches. Freddie Kitchens has not proved that he's been a very good coach in his play calling, in the schemes that he's drawn up, in the prep for the games. You look at a guy like John Harbaugh, who's...
All right, but I think those are over-amplified because we're putting so much stock into last week's Monday night debacle where Freddie Kitchens was just overmatched by Sean McVay. But guess what? So is a lot of other coaches.
Okay.
A ton of other coaches are outmatched by Sean McVay.
I'm still taking Harbaugh between the two. So then we go down to quarterback. You got Baker Mayfield or Lamar Jackson. I think
it's close.
We can I think you can make a very strong argument that Lamar Jackson has proved that he's been the better quarterback this year.
Sure, this year.
You go to the run game.
Baker does hold the rookie record for touchdown passes by any rookie in the history of NFL.
Yeah, but he hasn't proved that this year.
And
You go to the run game.
Well,
you probably take the Browns in the run game.
The Ravens made this comeback against the Chiefs that should have never been a comeback. 3rd and long, and you chuck up a ball, and it gets caught.
By Willie Snead, that was fucking crazy.
4th and long, you chuck up another ball, and it's literally not even rotating the proper way. It's not spiraling. It's like going like a helicopter.
It's a knuckleball.
It's literally like, yeah. And it gets caught because the Chiefs defender falls down.
So if they can do that against the Chiefs, just imagine what they're going to do to the Browns.
All right. But you're banking on 2, miraculous plays that led to scores. So take away 10 points, at least, if they didn't score 2 touchdowns off them. Take away 10 points and, they lose
and then
by
it's
15.
a blowout, right?
Yeah, and then also, if the Browns potentially go down and score at 20-20 and they go to overtime or whatever, or they could have easily pulled the game out. They were up 13-10 or whatever. If they win in primetime, we all watched the Browns meltdown, and we all had our eyes on the Ravens-Chiefs and the Ravens comeback. But, both of those could have gone the other way very easily, in my opinion. And this line is too big for that type of matchup.
So you're all aboard Browns +7.
I think it's too many points.
All right.
And in worst cases, I lose by a touchdown, I push.
One of us is going to have a good week. That's not even true, but one of us might not have a very good week.
Yeah, there's a potential. This is the thing.
The variance between us.
Potential for last week to happen again is starting to become increasingly.
For both of us.
Yeah, because if we lose some of the games we're on together, plus then you split the other one.
Should start setting the fan.
All right, now we're both at 4, right?
Yeah. So, all right. So we'll move on to this Sunday afternoon slate. Starting with the Bucs and Rams. Rams are at home. Rams are favored by 10. The Bucs just came off a bad loss to the Giants where Danny Dimes just fucking tore him up. Danny Dollar. And you got the Rams coming off that Browns win that we were just talking about. Goff looked better. The team as a whole looked, pretty good. They still haven't figured out how to use Gurley. Either that or they're just keeping him fresh, but the run game is kind of non-existent between Gurley, Malcolm Brown, and Henderson.
Yep.
So that's a little worrisome. But again, I mean, you did mention that the Browns' defense is actually pretty good. Buccaneers' defense has not shown that, except for that one guy who's got 8 sacks through 3 games.
Shaq Barrett or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of a beast.
So you're going Rams?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're going Bucs?
No, I'm going Rams.
Oh, all right. Yep, I'm going Rams -10.
Yeah, I'm not trusting the Bucs to travel all the way across the country and win this game. I'm not trusting them to be close to the Rams. I think the Rams are just a significantly better team. They have a significantly better coach and a quarterback.
If the Bucs put in a backup quarterback, come talk to me then.
Yeah. Can they trade for Fitzpatrick and have him start next week?
Wouldn't be that far of a drive.
Just give me your first-round pick.
Yeah.
Miami could use another pick.
What is that, like a 30-minute plane ride? You could trade for him Saturday night and be ready by Sunday afternoon. Yeah.
You just, you have to trade by Friday because you got to get to L.A., so.
Oh, shit. Yeah, you're right.
So you got to take a cross-country flight.
Good point.
But, I think that.
Then I'm taking Rams -10 in that case.
Yeah, I'm taking Rams -10.
Is it fair to move on? Yeah. Bears, favorite at home, -2, playing the Vikings. Rivalry game, division game. Bears are in last in the NFC North right now. Wait. No, that's not true. Regardless, this is a big, big game. I mean, both of the Bears.
They are in last.
Well, what are the Vikings? Vikings are 2-1, right?
2-1.
Yeah.
Is 2-0-1 better than 2-1? So the Lions are in second, and then it's Vikings, Bears tied for third.
So that's what I'm saying.
All right.
This is kind of a big game.
Yeah, loser of this game is in last place in the NFC North.
Yeah, at 2-2.
Yeah.
Bears and both teams are
top 5 defenses.
Both teams are 0-1 in the division as of right now.
Yeah. Both lost to the Packers, who are just looking dominant.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see what the over-under is on this game.
I think I saw it at 39.5.
We know where I'm going with this game, so, I mean...
Yeah, I am also going there because I think that they could win the game outright, potentially. This is going to be a toss-up for me. And so I'm getting points on the Vikings. Give me the Vikings.
Line's at... Over-under's at 38.5.
38.5, okay.
Yeah.
So they're expecting this to be close.
Close, low scoring. This is classic Chicago Bears football.
Yeah.
which makes me want to take them, but I can't. Got to fade them.
A lot of field goals. Field goals keep the score wonky. +2 for the Vikings for both of us.
Yeah. Let me tell you, ever since I did start fading the Bears after that whole week 1 mess, my mental state has just been has been a lot more clear. It's a great hedge for me, and I'm doing a lot better.
Yeah. Look, I got off that last weekend with the Cardinals, we're going to talk about next, because they're a 5.5-point underdog. And I am back on it this week. Seahawks -5.5 on the road. Just fading the Cardinals. I got off of it. It didn't work. Blew up in my face. 15-point loss. I would rather lose this bet and watch a good football game than win the bet and watch a shit football.
So are we on to Seahawks Cardinals now? We can just jump to that real quick.
Yeah, we're gonna jump to that. We'll
circle around. So you're going Seahawks -5.5.
Yeah, I'm fading the Cardinals. Are you going Seahawks as well?
I'm going Seahawks -5.5. A little bit because I do, being around a ton of Arizona Cardinals fans around here, I have a small emotional connection to them. I want to see them do good. Also, I just think that the Seahawks are going to win by 6 or more.
Yeah, it's just
if the Panthers can fuck them up that badly with Kyle Allen, and I'm not hating on these backup quarterbacks, but with Kyle Allen, I don't see any problem with Russell Wilson doing worse.
Yeah, I can't see a situation in which we don't lose by a little bit of points here. This is going to be a rough game for me.
Yeah.
But we'll jump back over to Jaguars at Denver Broncos -3. Broncos are favored by 3 at home over the Jags. I'm leaning Broncos in this game.
Oh my God. This is like one of the easiest ones on the slate for me.
Jags +3?
Jags +3, yes.
Why is it easy for you?
Because I'm having flashbacks to, well, they did almost beat the Bears. See, a lot of my bets are ingrained on what happened the last time they played the Bears. Because I think that's burned in my memory because of my emotional connection to it. But the Bears played like shit. They looked like one of the worst teams in the NFL that week, and they still won. So I'm thinking that the Broncos have got to be just terrible. And so for that reason, I'm taking the Jaguars, who are coming off a Thursday night win against Tennessee. You're
just taking Minshew.
Oh, yeah, that's true, too.
Just taking Gardner Minshew.
I knew I took them for some other reason also. But, they've had over a week to rest now. They're chilling. They are going a mile high, but I like them beating the Broncos.
The only reason I took the Broncos is because Jalen Ramsey is not going to play this week.
True.
He is
but
not
defense,
with the team. He's having his first child in a different state, not even in Florida.
And he had back pain.
And he had back pain.
And he had the flu.
Sure. And all of that is
I'm going to have the back pain tomorrow for work.
To a frustrated Jaguar team. I think that the Broncos are, again, I'm going with this similar theme.
And then I'm going to have to fly home for the flight.
They're desperate for this win.
For the birth of my child.
Everyone is happy in Jacksonville because they got Gardner Minshew and Stash and the Jorts, and he's flying to Wazoo to watch a Saturday night football game.
In the Aviators.
All right, everyone's got, Jacksonville's going crazy. They got their backup QBs, a social media darling.
Yep, I'm falling right into it, baby.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
And without Jalen Ramsey,
I'm drinking the Kool-Aid.
I just think that this is going to be a close game. I just think that the Broncos have, a good team. This is going to be a low-scoring game, in my opinion. I would also be interested in this for the under. But I don't have anything other than I'm fading Gardner
So you're
Minshew.
taking Joe Flacco.
I hate it, but I'm fading Gardner Minshew because everybody is in on Gardner Minshew right now. So this is where I'm trying to hopefully gain a game back.
All right. I like it.
Not logic.
I like a little competition
here.
There's
no reasoning behind it. There's no stats. Just a gut feeling.
With that being said, we will go to the primetime Sunday night game, Cowboys-Saints, which I think is going to be a great game. You got Cowboys on the road in New Orleans, favored by 3. I'll go ahead.
Such a tough game.
I'll go ahead and say it. I'm gonna ride with the backup QB, Teddy Bridgewater. Played a great game.
Saints at home.
Yep. Give me Saints +3.
I actually picked
Kamara's
the Saints at
looking.
home.
they're learning how to use them. With Breeze out, they're just like, all right, feed the ball to the
Sunday
Italians.
night, prime
feed the ball to
time.
Kamara.
New Orleans Saints at home. I cannot bet against that.
This is where they thrive. They could lose, a Sunday afternoon game if they just get snuck in that schedule against like the Titans or something. But if it's prime time, all eyes are going to be on them. They're going to pull it out.
Yeah, they're going to get the ball to Kamara, Michael Thomas. Bridgewater's going to look good. He's going to throw for a couple touchdowns.
You sneak them into the Sunday morning schedule when they're not on national TV, they'll probably lose.
This is a primetime game. I just can't go against it.
Sean Payton knows what he's doing.
I wish I got the extra half point. I will be honest. I wish it was 3.5.
Yeah.
I wish I would get the point.
I wouldn't hate that.
Man, this Cowboys team I do like, though. But, fuck it, I'm going with the Saints, riding with the Saints.
Saints +3. Who dat?
Who dat? Who dey?
Who's who dey?
I don't know. You said who dey. I said who
I
dat.
know. Isn't that?
I thought who dat.
I think the Bengals are who dey.
Oh, fuck the Bengals. Speaking of the Bengals, what a transition.
Great transition right into it. Who dey?
Bengals at the Steelers. Steelers are a 3.5 point favorite at home on Monday night with their backup QB. I already know where you're going.
Mm-hmm.
You're going Steelers -3.5 with their backup QB.
I might get a Mason Rudolph jersey. I might get if these backup quarterbacks if I go 4-0 or 5-0, whatever it is on the backup QBs, I might get all their jerseys. Wear them all at once next Sunday. Yeah. Because I'm riding with them until I'll just kind of brush them off as they lose for me, but for the time being.
Yeah, I actually think that Mason Rudolph is better than Andy Dalton.
I do too.
And that is,
that's not saying a ton.
Sure, but yeah, of course. But there's a group of quarterbacks that I don't want to bet with. Mariota and Andy Dalton lead that category.
Winston's got to be up there.
Winston's in there, sure. But I got to go Steelers by 3.5.
Yep, give me Steelers 3.5.
So I don't feel good about it, I'll be honest. Because I'm not sure about what the Steelers team is capable of, but...
Here's the thing. We did say last week that we were not confident, and it went to show. So I think this week we just got to place the bets and not look back. We got to be confident in our picks.
Absolutely. I agree. I got all winners.
Those odds makers, they smell fear. They can taste the blood.
They set these artificial lines, and they know that people will bet
they fucking know it.
All
They're
right,
like, trap game.
They trick you. They trick you into betting games you don't want to bet. They trick you into betting teams you
and
don't
they're
want to
damn
bet.
good at it.
They leave the lines at these tricky numbers, and it's like, ooh, I'm overthinking this. Is home field advantage worth that much?
Well, because everyone's an expert,
So
take it from us, 2 experts. Who actually are.
Yeah, I mean.
All right. Well, that wraps up week 4. Tune back in next week to see how we do.
Yes,
Again, not a terrible week to
me.
just put it in the rainy day fund, but there is a bull market anywhere you look. So if you look hard enough. And I think there's plenty of opportunity this week.
Absolutely.
Stick to the basics. Keep it simple.
Money-making week.
Bet the backups. BTB. BTBU.
I'm going to probably get in on some teasers. I didn't have any today. I didn't do the homework this week. I know a couple games I'm interested in teasing down. I know the Chiefs are one of them that I'm very interested to get at one point. The Patriots I'm interested in getting at 1.5. Those are just a couple to keep an eye on that I know right off the top of my head. Even the Ravens. Tease them down to -1. I think
yeah.
Sure.
And there's some value in the prop bets. Yeah. Take a look. I looked on, what was it? It was Monday right before the game. Looked at Trubisky's prop bets. The line was 1.5 for touchdown passes.
Oh, yes.
He got that in the first half. That was easy money. I mean, just take a little look around. You can find some value.
I think you should bet Mahomes over 2.5 every week.
Is that what it's at?
I think it's set at 2.5 for Mahomes every week. Most quarterbacks are 1.5. And I think Mahomes is 2.5 every week. But I mean, what is the likelihood he gets 3? Indoors. Bet that prop.
Like I said,
a little bit of juice.
This is his first game indoors.
He's gonna tear it up.
Yeah, well,
I
think he's gotten used to accounting for the flight of the ball, the wind.
College. I'm gonna see if he played indoors in college. See what his stats were.
He's never played in Dallas. Never played in New Orleans.
No.
Where else has domes?
I mean, a lot of places have domes. Cardinals have a dome.
Colts?
Falcons have a dome. Colts have a dome. Vikings have a dome. He's never played in those. This is his first dome game.
All right. Well,
at least in his regular.
In my mind, that's how my mind works. Is that's like, oh, obviously gonna bet against him. Then he's not used to it. So that's how my dumb little mind works. Feel free to send in your picks this week. Godspeed to all you bettors out there.
Yeah, we'll tweet out the recap so you don't have to listen to us. I find that that's not the best way for us to pump information to you, is to tell you all of our teams at once. So we'll tweet them out in separate tweets, which you can find on our social media at MillAv Sports on Instagram and Twitter. Be sure to follow and subscribe to us on YouTube. Share with your friends and family.
Like and comment.
Exactly. Until then, let's sign off. All right?
All right.
Have a good day. This is MillAv Moguls. This is Tanner signing off.
This is Drew. Let's win some money.
Win some money.